Hello, my name is Shannon, and I am presenting today on school counselor consultation practices. So, Ms. Finch, I know that you are interested in learning more about the techniques that a school counselor uses during consultation. The goal of this presentation is to be able to work collaboratively with the school counselor and or other school personnel in order to develop solutions that lead to successful outcomes for students. So through this presentation, you should have a better understanding of the school counselor's role as a consultant, describe an effective relationship among the consultant and the consultee, and identify and examine effective techniques utilized in the consultation relationship. The goal of consultation is to empower those involved to assist students in areas of personal, social, academic, and career development. As a professional school counselor, ASCA defines consultation as an indirect service. It is also an area of competency within the ASCA professional standards. This outlines the standard for consultation as well as the elements. The standard reads, consult to support student achievement and success. That is the overarching goal of consultation. We won't comb through each one of these elements. We can come back to those later. But as we go through the presentation, you'll see that they perfectly align with the role of the school counselor. So the role of a professional school counselor during consultation is to share information. There should be an equal exchange of information, to provide a sounding board. So the school consultant should be skilled at listening and being attentive to the consultee, maintaining an equal relationship, as well as changing beliefs and behaviors. The importance of consultation is that school counselors are able to utilize their problem solving, behavior management, and communication skills, as well as their understanding of the students with social emotional issues, to assist teachers with classroom management and student interactions. It's an excellent strategy for school counselors to impact students' academic and personal success. Also, it allows school counselors to reach more students and serve them indirectly than they would be able to during individual and group counseling. You may be familiar with three different consultation models: the triactic, collaborative dependent, and collaborative interdependent. We're going to focus on the triactic consultation model. It has three parties, which is the consultant, the consultee, and the client or problem. When we follow this model, or we take a look at this diagram, you see that the consultant, in this case the school counselor, works directly with the consultee, which can be the parent, teacher, or administrator, to support the student or the problem. Notice the arrow isn't just from the consultant to the consultee. It goes both ways because there's an equal exchange of information. The stages of the consultation process includes establishing a relationship, responding to the problem or concern, and analyzing results of the response. So considering things such as confidentiality, equality, making sure that you do not cross over the boundaries between a consultation relationship versus a counseling relationship, and having an awareness of multicultural competence is essential. There are some misconceptions about consultation. The consultant is not a problem-solving expert. Some may believe that the consultant should have all the answers and all the solutions to fix any problem that comes their way. It isn't uncommon for the consultant to consult with other support personnel within the school or within the district to assist with problem solving. Consultants do not fix the problem or the child. Um, you should not expect, after meeting with the consultant, having a child come to the consultant for an individual counseling session, and then they bring the student back to the room and the problem is fixed. It doesn't work that way. The consultant has to look at the entire dynamic of the classroom, teacher, student, and setting, and gather information from all areas before they can provide solutions or assist with providing solutions. Another is consultants only provide prescriptive advice, and the consultant is the expert, therefore teacher suggestions are not valued. This next slide places emphasis on the equality of a consultation relationship. So the consultation relationship must emphasize equality and collaboration. And the following characteristics here are the foundation for an effective consultation relationship. So all information, observations, concerns about the problem are shared between both the consultant and the consultee. They work together to assess the situation. They plan together and collaborate together in order to develop solutions and goals. And then also, any recommendations should reflect and respect the uniqueness of not only the child, but the teacher as well as the class setting. We want that consultation relationship to be collaborative. We do not want just a prescriptive, advice-driven relationship. We want the consultant and the consultee to share information and expertise and work together to develop a solution. Establishing communication practices is vital to the consultation relationship. Consultation can be limited in its effectiveness if the communication skills of the consultant are poor. So in order for for consultation to be effective, there has to be a relationship where the consultee is open to share thoughts and feelings and willing to share and explore ideas. So the consultant's procedures have to go beyond simply telling, lecturing, advising, and sharing their own opinions. So there are 4 practices or techniques that lead to effective communication. So there are techniques that the consultant may use to help the consultee focus on content. And there are also techniques that elicit affect and encourage feelings. So making sure that you acknowledge the consultee's feelings by restating, reflecting, and sometimes using silence. Let's go back one. There are also techniques in communication that facilitate understanding and awareness of one's own part. So seeking clarification, restating the content, and also restating the content with any hidden messages that may be embedded in what the consultee is giving you is essential to getting clarity and a better understanding of the scope of the problem. There are also techniques designed to facilitate new responses. Sometimes the consultant is going to have to encourage the consultee with the development of choices, broadening their view or their outlook, and presenting different alternatives. We also want to avoid poor communication. There are a lot of ineffective messages that could negatively impact the consultation relationship. And I have a list of them here, like ordering and commanding, warning and admonishing. You know, the attitude of, if you would have done it my way, or my way is best. Does anything stand out to you? Lecturing, definitely, because we know that consultation relationship focuses on equality. So lecturing does not provide an environment where there's an equal exchange of information and sharing of ideas. So in order to have an effective consultation relationship, You have to be able to establish an equal relationship between the consultee and the consultant. Um, Everyone's input, opinions, suggestions are valued. There must be effective communication, openness to sharing and exploring new ideas. We have to keep the third party as the focus. We don't, even though we want to acknowledge the consultee's feelings, we don't want it to turn into a venting session where we're not focusing on goals or solutions to the problem. Definitely sharing information. We want to develop a response to the problem. Collaborate with the consultee to develop goals or specific interventions. And also, effective consultation involves the consultant consulting if needed, and we spoke about that earlier. Also, the consultant continues support for the consultee after the initial consultation. So those goals and specific interventions that are put in place, the consultant should sort of act as a monitor to make sure that that student is making progress, or to see if there's some things that need to be adjusted. After that initial session, the teacher shouldn't be left on their own from that point, to figure out the rest on our own. So thank you for joining this session. I hope that you've gained more knowledge on the school counselor's role as a consultant.
Yes.
All right, any questions?
No, I don't have any questions at this time. Thank you.
Thank you.